Good evening. My name is Kadaria Ahmed, and this is Straight Talk. My guest tonight holds an impressive list of credentials with degrees in history, politics, and international relations from the universities of Lagos and Ife in Nigeria, as well as a doctorate degree in war studies from the University of London in England. He was the former director, Center for Democracy and Development, a research and training institute dedicated to the study and promotion of democratic development, peace building, and human security in Africa. He has been an advisor to the United Nations Economic Commission of Africa on governance issues and also a member of the Africa Policy Advisory Panel of the British government. He has chaired the Commonwealth Human Rights Initiative Committee of Experts on developing guiding principles and mechanisms of constitution making in Commonwealth Africa. He came into the public spotlight in Nigeria with his involvement as part of the founding owners and management team of the opposition radio stations Radio Freedom, Radio Democracy International, and Radio Kutirat. This, of course, during the military dictatorship of General Sani Abacha in the mid-90s, a dictatorship which he fought. He contested for governorship elections in his state in 2007, but Mr. Segun Oni was declared the winner of the elections. In 2010, after almost 3.5 years of a protracted legal struggle to reclaim his mandate, he was sworn in as governor. He is currently gearing up to run for a second term in office in June, but the campaigns in his state in the lead up to the polls have already been marred by violence. On Straight Talk today, I'm pleased to have with me His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi. Sir, welcome to Straight Talk.
Thank you, Kadaria. Thanks for having me.
Now, you are gearing up to ask the people of Ekiti State to trust you with another 4 years in office, to give you the mandate to be a governor again, or their governor again. How confident are you that you will win a second term?
Well, quite confident. If the election would be on the basis of the work that has been done by our government in the last 3.5 years, and a performance that is palpable, that is evidence-based, that is tangible on the ground in Ekiti.
Now you put a caveat there. You said if the election. So what I do have doubts that people may not actually vote on the basis of these, the work based on the work you've done.
I don't have any doubt that the people recognize the performance of the government, but I am also a student of history. I have also been a victim of rigged elections in Nigeria. So I know that not everything is dependent on what the people themselves always want. Other factors may come into play. The duty that I owe the people, the duty that all Democrats owe, is to ensure that one man, one person, one vote is sacrosanct, and that we push for the votes of the people to count.
Now, this is not the first time you've alluded to the fact that you think there's a possibility the PDP will attempt to rig elections in Ekiti State in relation
PDP
to this particular it has actually been pointed out by your opponents that the reason you keep saying this is because you're preparing the ground for your to explain why you're going to be defeated. And that since Ayo Fayose was elected as the PDP candidate, you've become scared.
Well, you know, politicians by their very nature are dramatists. And one of the most egregious of all the dramatists in politics that I've ever met is the gentleman you just referred to, Ayo Fayose. There is no basis for Kayode Fayemi to be scared of Ayo Fayose. In the first instance, he has a very, very, very damaging track record as governor of the state. Remember how he left office. 2, it is beyond imagination for Ayo Fayose to even win a free and fair election in Ekiti. He just presented himself not quite 3 years, for a senatorial race, not a gubernatorial race. A senatorial race is a third of the state. He presented himself against a candidate of my party and almost lost his deposit in that election. So why would I, if you were to follow the logic of my argument, be scared of somebody who, one, has a very, very bad track record of performance in office, and two, who had actually tested himself in an election and failed woefully?
Now that is your vantage point. According to polls conducted by the NOI, which I saw, they put him at least 3% ahead of you, based, they say, on feedback they've received from the people of Ekiti. They say that he's got leading with 31% to your 29%, and of course your former political associate is trailing in third place. Are you disregarding these polls?
You know, for me, people will come up with all manner of claims. The veracity of the NOI polls that you refer to is one that is clearly questionable, because we also have polls that are regularly conducted on this by independent organizations. NOI has come up with their polls. I'm a researcher. I'm not going to dismiss anything outright. I haven't read the NOI polls in detail. I've seen some adverts that are placed in the newspapers, some charts. But my own attitude to this is that opinion is free, facts are sacred. The election is only under 2 months away. We'll see whether NOI carries the day or not.